Hi everyone, I have a bit of a new setup and I'd love to know what you think. I'm very blinded right now, I can only see light. But the lighting has been quite, I don't know, messy in some of my latest videos. Mainly because I was recording them during the day and I was using lighting, probably the wrong sort of lighting. But then because I was at a natural window, and Ireland is really cloudy, every time the sun went behind a cloud, the whole kind of light in the video changed. So let me know if this is any better anyway. Today I'm going to record a video that has been requested a lot, and I have actually done one before and it was very popular and people have since messaged me a lot asking me to do another one. So I've decided to do another one, and it is my beauty tips. So if you haven't seen my previous video, I'll leave the link here. That one was for white teeth, cellulite, I can't remember what the other ones were, but they're all there. Oh, getting rid of scars. Yeah, so you can check that out. But this one, there's one or two beauty tips and the rest are makeup tips. And I might do kind of a little series of these. They're just things, they're not things that, you know, are fact and, you know, I haven't researched the science of them or anything like that. They're just things that I've picked up that I believe are helpful to me. So, like my toothpaste trick, which people seem to find handy enough. Okay, so the first one is actually a great tip for exfoliation. And I am trying to veer away from using products that have a lot of chemicals in them. Some chemicals are fine, but just a lot of chemicals, particularly ones that aren't tested, that haven't been tested properly, you know, to see how, you know, how they react on human skin, and more so how they react when they're absorbed into your bloodstream. So I'm kind of trying to steer away from anything like that. There are lists online of products that have that in testing have showed certain reactions in animals and that have been kind of pushed ahead by the FDA regardless, or it's not the FDA, I can't remember what the approval board is for cosmetic things, but either way it's a little bit scary if you actually look into it, and so I just am trying to limit what chemicals I'm using. So the best tip, and my grandmother used to do this, and she uses bicarbonate of soda for everything. If you have a sore throat, she uses bicarbonate of soda. Whatever it is, you can use that. I know it's really helpful for cleaning, and cleaning products as well, if you don't want to use kind of bleach sprays and that around your home. But what I do, I mix bicarbonate of soda with like a water-based cleanser. So something like Cetaphil from the pharmacy is great. So I mix some bicarbonate of soda in there and make it kind of a paste out of it, and then just exfoliate my skin. It takes out any redness, it doesn't irritate skin. It's great for people who have dermatitis and eczema because it doesn't flare up your skin. It doesn't irritate, it doesn't dry. It's fantastic. So I do that once a week and I love the effects of it. It's very, very gentle, so I wouldn't be worried about having a reaction. The next one is a makeup tip, and it's something I've noticed just when, particularly kind of in photo shoots and stuff, you'll notice that if you apply your foundation with a brush, or even your powder with a brush, that if you go very closely, you can actually see the lines of the brush. Now, it's very faint, but if you're not using a very good quality brush, those lines could be more obvious. So whatever brush you're using to apply concealer, foundation, or powder, if you go over when you're finished your makeup, if you go over your makeup with a clean makeup sponge, a latex-free makeup sponge, and just gently just like wipe it over the skin, not rubbing or anything, you're just lightly buffering away. It's also really important that you do that around your jawline. That way, if you do that every day, it means there's no chance of having any kind of harsh lines there. Oh, that brings me on to the next thing, which is sort of a pet peeve of mine. People who don't match their foundation to their body. And it's not really a pet peeve, as in it's something I notice about people a lot, and it's a little frightening how many people don't realise this, but if you match your foundation if you're in buying a foundation and you match it to your neck, that's not really a great idea. So what most people do is they test it on the side of their jaw and then they compare it to the skin on their neck. Okay, first of all, this part of your neck is shadowed by your jaw, so it's always lighter under here. A shadow might be cast, but the skin here is actually generally is a lighter shade. You'll notice even if you're tanning, like if you're out lying on, like if you're in the sun lying out, that this under here is very hard to tan. So as you can imagine, if you're trying to match your face to the area under here, it's going to be a different colour to the rest of your body. So my tip, and it would be, if I was doing a bride's makeup or makeup for photography or anything like that, I would always match someone's face to their chest. And that's more accurate as to what colour you are, and you need to bring the product onto your neck as well. There's just no way around that. If you match your foundation to your neck, the chances are it's not going to match your chest, and it might look a little bit odd. That's not a problem if your skin tone is all the same, or but if it's an issue for you, it's something to bear in mind. I'm definitely not the same. Like my face and neck are lighter than the rest of my body, so I'd have to be particularly careful about that. Was there another one I had? If you're being photographed, particularly in wedding photographs or Deb's photographs or anything like that, and you want to be matte, obviously you want not to, you don't have shiny skin. If you want to glow, that's fine. You don't want to shine. But I would remind you to be careful with the powder, to make sure that the powder you choose doesn't have titanium dioxide in it. If it contains titanium dioxide, it will bleach your face in photograph. Under flash photography, titanium dioxide shows up as white. So it bleaches your skin, makes you look one-dimensional, is very, very unflattering. So that's why they tend not to, makeup artists tend not to use makeup with SPF in it for your wedding day and that. But it's more, I would go the SPF with foundation, but I absolutely wouldn't with the powder. So just to make sure, this generally occurs in translucent powders, titanium dioxide. Not all of them, but some of them. Another thing, some people had asked me about eyelids, and do I use concealer on my eyelids, and I do in some videos and not in others, and then I sometimes use primer and I sometimes use powder. I would say that most people, I would say nearly all people, need to take out the colour from their eyelid before they apply eye makeup. So this is priming aside. This is not to do with preparation for product. This is to do with a blank canvas. So you have lots of veins all over your eyelid. So if you close one eye and squint, if you look in a mirror up close and under bright light, you can see blue and green and red and purple discoloration. So that's going to affect what eyeshadow you put on top of that. So even if you don't wear any makeup, like any foundation, I would apply foundation to my eyelid and then I powder it and then I apply my eye makeup. So even if you're a girl who doesn't like to wear foundation, I would still do that step. Another one, if you are planning to wipe off your makeup with a makeup removal wipe, and you're going to be reapplying makeup again, make sure you use a cheaper brand of wipes. So I like alcohol-free baby wipes. But if you use like high-end makeup removal wipes, like really expensive brands of them, they contain a cleanser. So they're designed to remove makeup, so they're going to leave a creamy residue on your skin, and any makeup you put on after that is just going to slide right off. So I tend to avoid the high-end wipes and stick to the cheap and cheerful ones that are alcohol free and you have no problems whatsoever. There's one more. Priming. People often ask me about priming and moisturising. Should you moisturise and prime? And then the way I think of it is, with work, this is just something I notice, and I tend to bring that into my day-to-day makeup routine as well. If you have 3 different types of creams on your skin, for example, if you have a moisturising cream followed by an oil-free primer, followed by foundation. That is just not going to stay on your skin. It's just not realistic. If you're going to use a primer, I would skip the moisturiser unless you have like hours for it to absorb in. It looks great for an hour, as in you look all dewy and fresh, but you won't have any makeup in an hour or 2 hours time. So that's just something I picked up from a really great makeup artist that I worked with before, and she taught me that years ago, and I just always stuck to that. So if I use moisturiser, I go straight to foundation. If I use primer, I go straight to foundation. I never apply my primer after my moisturiser. It doesn't hold the makeup on all day long. It looks great, as I said, but it won't hold it. So those are my makeup and beauty tips for today. I have plenty more. It was fun kind of sitting down and trying to think of things that I had learned from other people, that I had kind of, you know, taken into my own makeup routine. So if you like these videos, let me know, and I'll keep them coming. I have a few. I have actually a great recipe for a homemade face mask, and another one for taking down blotchiness on the skin, you know, that you get at the behind your arms and that. So if you're interested in seeing, you know, maybe a body, a beauty kind of body and skin video, let me know and I'll post one of those. So have a great day, everyone, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, no pressure. Bye.